I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about bullying and just the effects, and also a little bit about judgment. I find it sad that a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, however old girl walks down the street who's pregnant, and everyone jumps to the conclusion that she's a slut. Have you ever actually thought about the fact that she may have been raped? Or the fact that she didn't mean to get pregnant? Have you ever thought about the fact that she's actually such a strong person for keeping that baby? I don't know if anyone has actually thought about that. I don't know what comes to people's mind when they see someone down the street with maybe a half-burnt face. Because I've noticed that when I'm down the street and I've seen someone with maybe something wrong with them, a lot of people tend to move to the opposite side. They'll tend to move away. Why? They're not going to do any harm. Just because they look different doesn't mean that they're going to be like a psychopath. If you had a half-burnt face, if you had a defect from when you were born, do you honestly think you'd want to see other people move from here to all the way over here just to get away from you? You'd feel like absolute shit. And yet, people continue to do it. And it's pathetic. Everyone hates being judged, but yet they're the first to pass judgment on someone else that they don't even know. I know people that have been raped, molested. I know people that have committed suicide. And it's not a very nice thing. Being raped is probably one of the most horrible things you could ever experience. Having someone in your family commit suicide is probably one of the hardest things ever to deal with. And yet everyone's the first to jump and say that suicide is pathetic and that it's a selfish act. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if you can actually sit there and be suicidal and feel that the only way out is suicide, if you've actually been through that, then you can say it's selfish. But if you haven't, you need to shut up. Because what's pathetic is making someone feel as though that they have to commit suicide to get away from everything. That is pathetic, not the act of suicide. I don't understand how people can sit there and continuously say, oh, she's a slut, she's a whore, she's a hoe, blah blah blah. Would you actually say that if you knew what she went through? No. So why say it when you don't know? If you know exactly what someone's been through and you still call them a slut and a hoe, you're a low human being, but at least you are aware. If you have absolutely no idea and yet you still sit there and think you have the right to say to people you're a slut, that's just fucking wrong. Because if someone was to say to me that I'm an attention seeker for previously cutting myself, and they had no idea what I went through, they'd probably end up with a black eye. If someone says to one of my friends who's been raped or molested, or violated in any way, you're a slut. They better have a damn good reason for saying that, because they'll get knocked the fuck out. I love my friends and I'll always be there for them. And if anyone causes them any unhappiness, they better be fucking aware that I'm there. If you think judging someone and making someone's life hell is going to make you the better person, you're dead wrong on that. It's pretty pathetic that someone can sit there and call someone ugly, or call someone a slut, or call them horrible names that make them feel like absolute shit, make them feel worthless, and they think that's okay. I'm telling you right now, it's not. To all of those people who are watching this and have ever been called fat, or ugly, or pathetic, or worthless, or anything along the lines that would ever make you feel upset and hate yourself, don't listen to them. Beauty is not defined by your pant size. It is not defined by the colour of your hair, the length of your hair, the colour of your eyes. It is not defined by anything like that. Beauty is defined by who you are as a person. What makes someone beautiful is how they treat other people. The girl that you're super jealous of in your English class or your PE class or whatever, because she has amazing hair, she's loved by all the guys, all of that crap counts for nothing if she's a bitch. But I'm sure she probably has a very good reason for being a bitch. But you don't need to be jealous of her, because you're beautiful. And you don't need to change anything about you. And if anyone says anything different, you need to leave them. You're better than that. You don't stoop to their level. You just walk away and say, this is my life. I'll do what I want. And I won't let you shape my life. Because your life doesn't need to be controlled by other people's judgment. Remember that.